for joining us tonight here on Arc Salt Lake. I'm Brian Schnee. It is Monday, November 24th. Thanksgiving just a few short days away. Tonight we're taking a look at a big announcement regarding the 2034 Winter Olympics in Utah. So today the new Olympic 2034 logo was unveiled. Here's how it looks. It says Utah 2034, one big change from '02. It leaves Salt Lake City out altogether, focusing instead on the state as a whole. Today marks 3,000 days until the 2034 Winter Games. Leaders from the organizing committee held a ceremony at Salt Lake City International Airport this morning ahead of that unveiling. Here's Governor Spencer Cox during the ceremony.
So much of the growth that we've seen in the state, it really came out of 2002. I feel like that's when we kind of grew up as a state, and we're the beneficiaries of the sacrifices that were made to bring the Olympics here in 2002. Now, we know that 2034 is a valuable opportunity for our state, and we're going to take advantage of that. We know that we need to improve infrastructure for the people that are here and the growth that is coming. I'm so grateful for our legislative partners, President and Speaker. Thank you for your vision and foresight, for your investments, being wise stewards of the taxpayer dollars. That we're not spending that on the Olympics. Taxpayer dollars will only be spent to benefit Utahns, and that's happening. But this isn't just the Utah Games, it's the USA Games, right? We are the representative for the United States of America in 2034 for the Winter Olympics. So I'm grateful to our federal partners. Thank you to our members of Congress who are here, who will make a difference with the investments that will be able to come there. This is an economic opportunity for Utah for sure. We've seen the economic growth that came out of 2002, and we're excited about that. But it's so much more. It really is about unity. It's about bringing people together. Sport has the power to elevate in ways that really nothing else does. It's a way to bridge gaps in understanding, in backgrounds, in people. We get to do that, and we get to do it here, and I'm proud of that. The 2034 Winter Olympics are going to unify the world, but they're also going to unify our state. And the focus isn't just on those 100 countries that are going to be coming here. The focus is also on those 29 counties all across this state. This isn't just the Salt Lake Olympics. It's not just the Wasatch Front Olympics. This is our Olympics. It's all of us together. And I can't wait. I won't be governor. I'll be down in Sanpete County, and Sanpete County will be celebrating the Olympics along with everyone else, all the way to southern Utah and north to the top of this state, east and west. All of us will be united together. And so that inspiration is, I believe, what we should be focused on, especially for our young people. The mayor talks about this all the time, and the focus is on the young people. What will their world be like 3,000 days from now? But we are here to commemorate 3,000 days to the Olympics and Paralympics, this special movement that is sweeping across the world. We're here to dedicate a spectacular piece of art that we're very excited to show you today, which will remain on display for the next 3,000 days and beyond. And so, I think if we're ready, I'm very proud to announce the official name for the Utah Games is Utah 2034. There it is. Congratulations, everyone.
All right, some solid remarks from the governor. We also got to learn a bit more about the artwork here. Steve Starks, vice chair of the 2034 organizing committee, explains.
The governor announced that the name is Utah 2034, but as we set out to create this visual mark, we wanted to do something that would leave an impression and that was representative of the incredible state that we live in. If you think about where we sit today, if you look at the artwork in this beautiful canyon, you can see that in addition to the 29 counties that are represented with their outline, you can see the dramatic shape of Utah 2034. Representing the remarkable visual landscapes that are found in Utah, from the south with the red rocks and canyonlands to the north with dramatic peaks and snow. We wanted something that would really speak to all of Utah, and we believe that this word mark has really hit that. And it's only fitting that it's in this place and that it fits perfectly with this canyon, and it will welcome millions of people for the next 3,000 days. We have a video that will further describe how Utah represents not only the landscape, but also the athletes that will compete in the games.
Well, Utah House Speaker Brad Wilson, also the CEO and vice chair of the committee, he went a little bit more in depth about the reason the focus was on Utah in this name and not Salt Lake City.
Utah 2034 represents more than an Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games. Utah 2034 represents the future that everyone in this state is building together. It's a statement about who we are as a state, and it's a statement also about who we intend to be as we elevate ourselves onto the world stage. Confident, united, forward-looking, and ready to welcome the world back to our beautiful state. Across all 29 counties, like the governor and Frazier and Steve have talked about, Utahns want to share a sense of purpose. And we're going to pass out to you while you're sitting there little flags with this amazing logo on it. But this sense of purpose is really something that we think is rare in the world today. And that is exactly why Utah 2034 is not just an opportunity for our state, but it's an opportunity for every community in Utah, from Logan to St. George, from the Uinta Basin to the Wasatch Front. Every region, as we prepare for 2034, is going to play a meaningful role as we deliver the games that reflect the very, very best of Utah. The Utah 2034 word mark, the signature and our identity of our story, is going to sit at the center of our official logo, which you can see on the flag that's in front of you. And the decision to name these games Utah 2034 elevates what Salt Lake City already began for us in 2002. It recognizes the strong foundation that this amazing and beautiful capital city built in 2002, and it has grown into a statewide system of places and venues that are capable of hosting the world in 2034. So as was in 2002, the impact of the games is going to extend to 5 different counties. We're going to have sliding sports in Park City, hockey in Provo and Salt Lake City, speed skating in Kearns, alpine competitions up in Snow Basin, Nordic excellence will happen in Midway, and statewide cultural programs are going to exist, celebrations and community engagement all across the 4 corners of this state. And the spirit of 2034 is going to be felt everywhere in our state, because these games belong to all of us.
All right, we want to know what you think. What's your first impression of the new Utah 2034 Olympic logo? Grab your phone right now, scan the QR code on your screen. A lot of you have done so, weighing in a majority fashion, saying 81% of you say you're not a fan of the logo so far, and single digits now we're dropping, say it's fine. I'll just get used to it. The consensus here in the building, Sean, is that most people are not really digging the look. Maybe it'll take some time here. But I think something that we want to touch on is a lot of those Olympic events happening at resorts out of Salt Lake City. You heard Brad Wilson there. Snow Basin's involved. Deer Valley's involved. Those places need some snow right now, Sean.
Oh, they sure do. I know a lot of ski resorts starting to at least make some snow. Luckily, it's been cold enough to do that. The temperatures finally getting closer to where we should be for this time of year. So now we just need the precipitation to kind of move in with this cold air. And I think we'll get there closer to the weekend into early next week. For the overnight, though, we are dry, dealing with temperatures after a pretty mild day today. We're well into the 50s, cooling off into the 30s. You'll see by early tomorrow morning getting pretty close to that freezing mark. So I may wake up to some frost out there across many of your lawns here. Let's get to your forecast. Let's show you what we were dealing with earlier today. You can see the high temperatures here. Pretty impressive again for this time of year. Normal for this time of year, 46. So 53 was the high here in Salt Lake City, 61 in St. George, 53 for a high in Moab. Right now it's a chilly evening. We're cooling things down into the 40s. We've got calm winds out there. Really not have wasn't much of an issue, but the inversion today was with the pollution. That will get better tomorrow. See this drop in the temperatures here. That's a cold front that is moving through the state right now. That'll drop us down into the 40s tomorrow, right where we should be for this time of the year. And then here we go. We're tracking some rain and snow chances as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about more of this, Brian, coming up in the next few minutes.
All right, Sean, thank you. We'll catch up in a few. Coming up here on Arc Salt Lake, supporting local charities with the swipe of a card. Next, the vending machines in southern Utah right now and just how much they give back. Welcome back, 7:14, live look in Sandy. Tonight, UDOT says they'll be pausing construction projects. That is with you in mind to help you make your Thanksgiving plans on time. However, some existing restrictions and traffic shifts will remain in place. UDOT says you can expect delays up to about 20 minutes on Tuesday, Wednesday when driving on I-15 across the Salt Lake Valley in some areas. Meanwhile, Utah Highway Patrol, they will be out doing their thing, full force this week, watching for speeders, drunk drivers, people not wearing seatbelts. Troopers will be working 230 extra shifts from November 26th until December 1st. UHP says they'll be working with 36 different agencies across the state to keep the roads safe. As the holiday season approaches, many use fundraisers and charity events to give back. In southern Utah, a group of donation vending machines helping support 5 local charities. Samantha Hoffman explains.
It'll get busier as time goes on, so sometimes the evening waits will be a couple hours.
Cassie Ackington is one of the 800 volunteers helping run the Light the World project in St. George, from finding nonprofits to monitoring the operations.
Part of it's the season, and part of it just is the community that like to help one another, and now when they have a specific way to do it, that it's a nice way to know how to help.
Last year's single machine brought in about 3,500 meals, nearly 500 pairs of school shoes, and 600 doctor's office visits, among the many other items listed here. Fast forward to this year, there's 3 giving machines, open 4 weeks longer than last year. One of the nonprofits selected is the Washington County School District Teen Centers and Counselor Closet. Last year, the machine delivered $80,000. This year, they're hoping for more.
It really does make such an impact right here in our own community. For those more at risk, it means that they can have a hoodie, they can have shoes, they can have a change of clothes, or even some hygiene supplies so that they can get cleaned up and feel like their peers.
Dunham says the donations also helped enable the opening of 5 new teen centers this year, serving the 700 homeless children in the county.
Large donations that we're receiving now help sustain us throughout the year, so it really does make a big difference.
Dunham says he expects to receive the donations this spring. For a full list of the charities and donations requested, there's a link on our website. In St. George, Samantha Hoffman, KUTV 2 News.
The 2 News Salvation Army Angel Tree, presented by Cypress Credit Union and sponsored by Smith's, Whipple Service Champions, Utah Ford Stores, Balance of Nature, and Summit Sotheby's International Realty.
All right, help us out here. 33rd annual KUTV Salvation Army Angel Tree now underway, making sure children and seniors have presents to open over the holidays. You can go to any Cypress Credit Union or Smith's Marketplace to pull an angel card from one of the angel trees, shop for your angel, and return new unwrapped gifts by December 12th. If you cannot shop, you can donate. Grab your phone right now. I will read slow. Scan the QR code on your screen, and I'll even mess up for you. So that way you can scan it, and someone else will do the shopping for you. Meanwhile, this holiday season, keep your phone out apparently. Families in our community are also facing hunger here, so scan that QR code on your screen there. KUTV 2 News is partnering with Feeding America for Sinclair Cares. Fill the food banks, scan the code to give. Every dollar donated provides up to 10 meals. You can help families have what they need to celebrate this holiday. I'm a big believer in giving you enough time to actually do the call to action, so that's why I dragged those words out nice and slow. Meteorologist Sean Kelly here dealing with my shenanigans. Sean, I know that we just told folks that there's going to be less travel impacts on behalf of our friends at UDOT doing the work on our roads, but what about the cooperation on the weather front to get where you need to go, whether you're driving or you're flying right now?
It's going to cooperate to get there. Coming back, though, I mean, we've got a storm here for the weekend. It's all over the place with the models, to be honest with you, and there's low confidence on really what is going to happen, but just know we will be dealing with some colder temperatures for at least that second part of your holiday weekend here as we enter Saturday and Sunday, with maybe our first few snowflakes across the valley floor. So we'll continue to keep you updated on that. Again, a lot of uncertainty. Some models barely show anything. Some models are a little bit stronger with the storm, so we'll have to continue to keep you updated as we get more data in. 53 was the high today, normal for this time of year, 46 degrees, so well above normal. Now we're into the 40s, though, so it's a chilly evening. We've been dealing with some air quality issues. The inversion played, those inverted temperatures trapping the pollution here, and some of that fog that we had yesterday, it was kind of a mess. But we're going to be dealing with some cleaner air here as our cold front is already moving through the northern part of the state as we speak. Temperatures, though, right now, better than yesterday at this time because of all the clouds of fog that we had yesterday around. 35 in Park City, we're at 33 in Heber, 42 in Price right now, 36 in Vernal, 43 in Cedar City, 55 in St. George. So it's chilly all across the state. This is a dry, cold front moving in. No rain, no snow expected with it. As it moves southward through the day tomorrow, much colder. High pressure system, though, will be building back in quickly by Wednesday into Thursday. That means inversion issues start to arise again for Thanksgiving Day. We'll watch out for that, but also the mild temperatures that'll be moving in for Thanksgiving. And then here's our first part of the storm, kind of a first wave that some of the models are kind of splitting this into. On Friday, some showers across the valley, some snow showers up into the mountains. Saturday, just a few showers out there, and then a better chance for some snow showers here across the valleys and mountains for Sunday. Again, could be lacking even less or more moisture than this. We'll have to continue to keep you updated, but for now, again, a low confidence on the track. We're into the 30s and 20s as we head into the overnight. Highs tomorrow into the 40s, so significantly colder across the state. If you're heading to any of our national parks, look at this, not bad. Sunshine here all across the southern half of the state. And again, for Thanksgiving here up to the north, we're into the 50s, hazy skies out there. St. George, you're looking at temperatures into the 60s. 60s here into the end of the week, and the weekend a little bit colder with that storm moving in, and then we're into the 40s as we get our way into early next week. Across the Wasatch Front, though, warming up into the 50s, and then there's that storm that we'll be tracking for the weekend.
Confidence levels like this, though.
Like a 2.
Like a 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not getting it. Okay.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
50,
I mean, I
50.
understand it's far out, too. I just want I'm like everyone else. I want to know.
Have a better
what's
idea tomorrow.
Sure.
I'm not as confident, and I'm not as excited for it because it's not trending in the direction that I want it to trend.
All right. Well, we can hope that you get your wish
Yeah.
this holiday season, buddy. Coming up here on Arc Salt Lake, a police chase caught on camera, but not one you've really probably seen before. How officers finally reined in the culprit. Next. Trending tonight, police in Jersey. Hey, there we go. They learned the hard way that you can't outrun a pony. Didn't they have horses in Jersey?
We sure do.
All
Take
right.
a look. It was all caught on camera. Over the weekend, officers were called about a horse running around a neighborhood. Responding officers did their best to chase the animal down.
Took a little more horsepower to rein it in. Officers eventually caught the horse. They named it Classic Seabiscuit, and they returned it to their owner safely. Check this out. Iconic Times Square nearby. New Year's Eve ball's getting a makeover. Organizers were in Times Square today to unveil the new crystal ball.
Yeah, it's almost 12.5 feet wide and covered in more than 5,200 Waterford crystals. That's nearly twice as many as the previous ball. And these crystals are round, not triangular.
Organizers say the circles represent infinity, and the design concept focused on joy, light, new beginnings. Look at that, Sean. We went mid-Atlantic just for you to finish up the show here. Some Jersey, some Times Square, gave you all the feels of home here.
How do they get all the circles kind of in line next to each other? Isn't there a lot of gaps?
Takes a village, I'm sure.
A lot of gaps in there.
A lot of gaps, yeah. You know, quality though. Waterford crystals, very nice. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are back tomorrow at 7. Enjoy the Jazz game on next here on KJazz. If you're watching there, have a good night.